Look, if you're in twin flame separation right now, I know exactly how you feel. You're sitting there wondering if your runner twin is ever going to reach out. You're checking your phone every 5 minutes, analyzing every little thing, and driving yourself slightly crazy in the process. I get it. I've been there, and I've guided hundreds of people through this exact situation. Here's what most people don't understand about twin flame separation. It's not actually about one person running away from the other. It's about someone running away from themselves. Your runner isn't avoiding you because they don't care. They're avoiding you because they care too much, and that terrifies them. The connection you share triggers everything they've been hiding from their entire life. Now, before we get into the specific triggers that will make your runner reach out, you need to understand something important. You can't force this. You can't manipulate it. But you can create the energetic conditions that naturally draw them back. Think of it like planting seeds. You can't yank a flower out of the ground to make it grow faster, but you can water the soil and give it sunlight. The separation phase exists for a reason. Both of you need to do your own inner work. Your runner needs to face their fears and their shadow self, and honestly, you need to do the same. This isn't about sitting around waiting for them to wake up. It's about becoming the highest version of yourself. So let's talk about the 7 triggers that will make your runner contact you. These aren't tricks or games. They're natural shifts that happen when you do the work and trust the process. 1. When you actually stop chasing them. I'm not talking about pretending to stop chasing while secretly obsessing over them. I'm talking about genuinely releasing the need to control the outcome. Most people think they've stopped chasing, but they're still energetically all over their twin. They're still checking their social media, still talking about them constantly, still waiting by the phone. Your runner can feel your energy even from a distance. When you're chasing them, they feel smothered. They feel pressure. And what do people do when they feel pressure? They run further. It's not personal. It's just basic human psychology mixed with intense spiritual connection. But something shifts when you truly let go. When you stop chasing, your runner suddenly feels safe enough to turn around. Think about it like this. If someone is running away from you and you're chasing them, they keep running. But the moment you stop chasing and start walking in your own direction, they get curious. They start wondering why you're not following anymore. This is where real power lies, not in forcing them to come back, but in becoming so complete within yourself that you're genuinely okay either way. Your runner will feel this shift immediately. They'll sense that the desperate energy is gone, and that's when they start to miss you. That's when they start to wonder what you're doing and who you're becoming. The thing is, when you stop chasing, you're not playing games. You're actually healing. You're working on yourself. You're building a life that makes you happy, regardless of whether they're in it or not. And that energy is magnetic. Your runner will feel drawn back to you because you've become the person who isn't needy anymore. You've become whole. 2. When you start genuinely thriving without them. This goes deeper than just keeping busy. A lot of people try to fake being happy to make their twin jealous. They post pictures pretending everything is great while crying themselves to sleep at night. Your twin flame can see right through that. Remember, you share a soul connection. They feel what you feel. Real thriving means you've actually found joy in your life again. Maybe you picked up that hobby you always wanted to try. Maybe you reconnected with old friends. Maybe you threw yourself into your career or started that business you've been dreaming about. Whatever it is, you're doing it for you, not for them to notice. When you start genuinely thriving, something interesting happens. The energy between you and your runner shifts. They're no longer the center of your universe. You've got your own thing going on, and suddenly they start feeling left behind. They start wondering if maybe they made a mistake by running. Your happiness without them doesn't mean you don't love them. It means you love yourself enough not to fall apart in their absence. And that's exactly what they need to see. Your runner is terrified of being responsible for your happiness. When they see you can be happy on your own, it removes that fear. I've seen this happen over and over. Someone comes to me devastated about their separation. 6 months later, they're living their best life. They've started that yoga teacher training, They've traveled to places they always wanted to see. They've made new friends. And guess what happens? Their runner reaches out because the version of you that's thriving is incredibly attractive. It reminds them why they fell for you in the first place. 3, when you do deep inner work and heal your wounds. This is probably the most powerful trigger of all. Your runner isn't just running from you. They're running from their own unhealed trauma. And here's the thing about twin flames. You mirror each other. When you start healing your wounds, they feel it. When you start facing your shadows, it creates a ripple effect in their energy field. Inner work isn't easy. It means looking at all the stuff you'd rather avoid. Your abandonment issues, your fear of intimacy, your childhood wounds. All the ways you've been hurt and all the ways you've hurt others. It means sitting with uncomfortable feelings instead of running from them. But when you do this work, you change on a fundamental level. You become less reactive. You become more grounded. You start showing up differently in the world, and your runner notices. They might not consciously understand what's different about you, but they feel it. The beautiful thing about twin flame connections is that your healing helps them heal too. As you work through your issues, you're actually clearing the path for both of you. You're showing them it's possible to face the darkness and come out stronger. You're leading by example. When your runner sees that you've done the work they're too scared to do, it inspires them. It challenges them. It makes them question whether they can keep running or if it's time to face themselves too. And often, that's when they reach out. Not because they're completely healed, but because your transformation has given them hope that healing is possible. 4, when you raise your vibration and energy, energy is everything in twin flame dynamics. Your runner is extremely sensitive to your energetic state, even if they're not consciously aware of it. When you're in a low vibration, stuck in victim mode, anger, or depression, they feel that heaviness. It actually pushes them further away. Raising your vibration means taking care of yourself on all levels. It means eating food that nourishes you, moving your body, spending time in nature, meditating, doing things that bring you joy. It means surrounding yourself with positive people and cutting out toxic influences. It means choosing thoughts that empower you instead of drain you. When your energy shifts to a higher frequency, your runner feels it like a beacon. Remember, you're energetically connected. When you start radiating light and positivity, they're drawn to that. It's like being in a dark room and suddenly seeing a warm glow in the distance. They can't help but move toward it. Higher vibration doesn't mean you're happy all the time or that you bypass your emotions. It means you process your feelings in healthy ways. You don't stay stuck in negativity. You acknowledge what you're going through, but you don't let it define you. You keep choosing love over fear, forgiveness over resentment, hope over despair. Your runner will notice this shift. They might see it in your social media posts if you're still connected. They might hear about it through mutual friends, or they might just feel it energetically. Either way, your higher vibration creates a magnetic pull. It reminds them of the best version of themselves, and that's often when they feel compelled to reach out. 5, when they face a major life event or crisis, life has a way of forcing us to confront what really matters. When your runner goes through something significant, whether it's a loss, a health scare, a career crisis, or any major life change, it shakes them out of their avoidance patterns. Suddenly, all the things they were running from don't seem as scary as they once did. During these moments, people naturally think about the connections that matter most. And whether your runner wants to admit it or not, you matter. You matter more than anyone else. That connection you share isn't something they can just forget about or move on from. When they're going through a tough time, all their defenses start to crumble. The walls they built up don't seem as important anymore. What seemed scary before pales in comparison to what they're currently facing. And that's when they remember you. They remember how it felt to be truly seen and understood by someone. You can't manufacture these situations, and you shouldn't wish hardship on anyone, including your runner. But you can trust that life will provide whatever lessons they need to learn. Your job is to be ready, to have done enough of your own work that when they do reach out, you're in a healthy place to engage with them. 6, when divine timing aligns, this is the one that requires the most patience and trust. Sometimes your runner doesn't contact you simply because it's not the right time yet. Both of you have lessons to learn, growth to experience, and paths to walk before you can come back together in a healthy way. Divine timing doesn't care about your human timeline. It doesn't care that you're ready right now, or that you've been waiting for months or years. It operates on a completely different schedule, one that takes into account the highest good of both souls involved. When divine timing finally aligns, things start to fall into place almost effortlessly. Your runner will reach out, and it won't feel forced or awkward. It'll feel natural, like the universe finally exhaled. This often happens when both of you have reached certain milestones in your individual journeys. Trusting divine timing means accepting that you don't have all the answers. It means surrendering control and having faith that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. This doesn't mean sitting around doing nothing. It means living your life fully while staying open to the possibilities. 7. When your soul growth reaches a new level. Here's something beautiful about twin flame connections. They're designed to push both people toward their highest potential. When you reach a new level of soul growth, your runner feels it. It's like you've leveled up in a video game and suddenly new possibilities unlock. Soul growth looks different for everyone. Maybe you've finally forgiven yourself for past mistakes. Maybe you've learned to set healthy boundaries. Maybe you've discovered your life purpose. Maybe you've overcome a fear that's been holding you back for years. Whatever it is, when you make these quantum leaps in your personal development, it shifts the entire dynamic between you and your runner. Your runner might not understand what they're feeling, but they'll sense that something has changed. They'll feel drawn to reconnect because on a soul level, they recognize that you've evolved, and that evolution creates a new energetic template for your connection. It shows them what's possible. It invites them to grow too. The beautiful paradox of twin flame separation is this: the more you focus on your own growth and stop obsessing about when your runner will come back, the sooner they usually do, because you're finally embodying the very thing that will make a reunion possible. You're becoming whole on your own. So here's what I want you to take away from this. Your runner will come back when the conditions are right, but you can't force those conditions. You can only create them by doing your own work, healing your own wounds, and becoming the best version of yourself. Stop waiting for them to complete you. Complete yourself. Stop putting your life on hold. Live fully right now. Stop checking your phone every 5 minutes. Trust that if it's meant to happen, it will. The twin flame journey isn't about chasing someone who's running away. It's about two souls growing individually so they can eventually come together in a balanced, healthy way. Your separation is serving you even when it doesn't feel like it. Trust the process, trust yourself, and most importantly, trust that love always finds a why back home.